So here we are in the William B. Umstead State Park in North Carolina, close by the airport. A place that I've visited quite a few times just before travelling home to give a little bit of rest and relaxation before the flight, long flight back over the Atlantic. But the place does have special significance for me, as it's the birthplace of a very important idea that I've had. The story goes back about a year and a half or so, when I was over here playtesting the concept for a new game about innovation, a game that's supposed to help people and organisations think a little bit differently about innovation and maybe understand some of the processes better so that they can be more innovative in their normal businesses. And we'd been playtesting for a few days and I was getting increasingly worried. Although the game had been quite fun to play, there were too many little things that weren't quite right, too many things which didn't allow a parallel with real business. And I was just getting more and more worried that the work I'd been putting in for the last year or so was going to be wasted. So, feeling a bit flat and unhappy, I had a few hours to kill before heading back to the airport to fly back to the UK. So it was a lovely autumn day, I suppose I should say fall day since we're here. And it was a beautiful day, and I decided that I'd take a walk in the forest just to calm myself down a bit. So I set out for a 10-mile hike in the forest, and pretty much for the first 2 or 3 hours of that walk I was just in my mind dismantling the whole game piece by piece. I was throwing stuff away, it was all junk, and after a couple of hours I had nothing left. There was absolutely nothing left of the original game. By this stage I was pretty low. It was very despondent about it all, but the sun was shining, the wind was rustling the last of the autumn leaves, and can't put my finger on it, but something happened, and I had this little tiny idea that fixed one of the big problems that I'd been grappling with. And the more I thought about it, the more this was just great. It was a new concept, and from then on it was like a dam breaking. Idea after idea piled into my head, and it was by far the most creative 2 or 3 hours of my life. And just rushed to the airport and wrote everything down. I've still got that page in my notebook. It's all captured, and after that, when I got back home, started redesigning the game according to that concept. It just fell into place. It was great. Everything worked, and subsequently playtesting has shown that we really do have something that parallels. We can draw a lot of parallels with real businesses and how they operate and how they think about innovation. So it worked out really well in the end. And to reflect on that experience in these woods, I developed a card called A Walk in the Woods, and it's all about taking that time out of your busy day, relaxing, enjoying and being inspired by the natural life around you, freeing your mind, just emptying your mind of all the negative thoughts and feelings and energy, and allowing yourself to be inspired by this natural wonderland. And in the game, this is the card works in the game by doubling the value of an idea that you have. So by taking this path, it dramatically increases the impact and strength of that idea. So that's the story of The Walk in the Woods.